What is up, basketball fans, and welcome back to Zero Gravity. We just watched a full week of NBA action. We're back on a Sunday. Me and Shelly Noor. Welcome to Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast, brought to you by J-Bar M. J-Bar M Barbecue is just a couple blocks away from Toyota Center. It's the best barbecue in Texas, not just Houston, but in Texas. J-Bar M Barbecue is a blast. Shout out to Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary Mix, and Big City Wings, Houston's wing joint, Apollo's wing joint. I'm your host, Stone Straitman, joined always by Mr. Sheldon Nord. Shelly Noor, how are we doing, bud?
Well, I'm missing Josh.
Yeah.
And we're recording right now during the early slate of NFL games. So
yeah, not ideal.
Well, I was going to say I'm feeling pretty good about not having to watch my team.
Yeah.
So here we are.
It's fair.
Way better to talk about an exciting first week of hoops than watch the Texans give up 10 sacks and throw 105-yard passes.
Yeah, well, when you listen to Play Action Takes tomorrow or NFL podcasts and you realize I didn't watch any of the noon slate, then good for you. Figured it out. You figured out what happened.
Before you comment, this guy didn't even watch the game. Just
hand up. I didn't. Hand up.
About to skim the box scores and argue with people who actually watched the game.
Yeah. It's going to be difficult. But week one just happened. We started on a Tuesday, so we didn't get a full week of that NBA action, but lots of games have been had. We've watched lots of buckets, watched lots of not buckets, lots of turnovers, lots of fouls, lots of free throws. Got a lot to talk about on this episode of Zero Gravity. But week one, overreactions. Shelly, you want to get us kicked off here with one of the four that you written down? I don't care which one you want to start with, or I can start with one, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, sure. I did just rapid fire these off, which I think is probably the best way you want to do an overreaction. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you two options. Do you want to talk about Victor Wembanyama or the Clippers?
The Clippers, because we did talk about Wemby a lot on Thursday with Drew, our new co-host. So we did talk about Wemby a good bit, but we'll still get your opinion on him as well. But yeah, let's talk about the Clippers.
Yeah, man, they're old. Really old. It's looking bad. I'm happy I folded to you guys and did not plant my flag. I put up a little bit of a fight, but not much of one.
You tried. Did your best.
I mean, I'm not the only one freaking out about how bad they look. Like, a lot of people thought this would be like a top 4 team, at minimum, like a lock in a playoff spot, and that's probably still in play. They have enough good players, but not looking great.
No, and we always mention old rosters in the NFL. Like, the Washington Commanders have the oldest roster in the NFL for the second straight season. Last year, they did really well. Made it to the NFC Championship game, whatever. They did things last year. And they did good things. And then this season, all of the good things that happened last year are not happening to them. And now their young quarterback is getting hurt as well. So it's like you have one young guy and a bunch of old dudes that are getting hurt. It's not a really good recipe for winning basketball games. And when your best player is probably James Harden,
for sure.
It's definitely James Harden, because Kawhi Leonard just doesn't play more than half the games most of the time.
Well,
he's gotten better, but
even at this point, now, I don't know, someone might jump through the screen and stab me in the chest.
Sure.
I feel like James might be a more dependable player just like on the floor. He doesn't he can't disappear into the background like Kawhi can. Like, he has to have the ball, so maybe that's a big part of it.
That's probably it.
Because he's the point guard, but I don't know.
You will at least see the faults in Harden's games when he's on the court. Like, whereas Kawhi can just disappear and you don't even notice that Kawhi is on the court, except for when the announcer's like, wow, we got Kawhi Leonard for a third straight game here.
Yeah. He's playing.
Oh, Kawhi Leonard. So the old roster combined with just like Harden and Zubac running pick and roll, which is sick and very fun, and I enjoy that thoroughly. But great. That's kind of like all they have, arguably. Like, the rest is bad and old, and Bradley Beal was supposed to come in and help mitigate a lot of these things, and I'm just like, why are we counting on this guy anymore? He hasn't done anything since 2020 in Washington when he averaged 30 or whatever. It's been a while since Bradley Beal's been good. Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, it's not like all bad. Derek Jones Jr. is still good. He had a good game against Phoenix.
Mavs legend.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly just looking at the numbers for John Collins. I haven't got to watch. I haven't paid close attention to him play. But
which we learned during the Apollo Media Fantasy basketball draft that John Collins was on the Clippers. Me and Josh did.
not we. Yeah, I was about to say not
Me
we.
and Josh did. Yeah.
I knew. Mostly because I was put in a position where I had to take him because there was no other good options for forwards.
It was getting tough.
But solid contributor off the bench. That's what you need him to be, at least offensively, grabbing a couple of rebounds. But it's just like what's not good looks like it's really not working. They did just blow out the Suns, but it's
I don't
also
know if I'm taking anything from that.
Exactly. The Suns, who do you want to guess who took the most shots in that game for the Suns?
I'm gonna look right now just to.
No. Just guess. You will get it right. Just guess.
All right, so you're posing this as it's not Devin Booker, so it has to be Dillon Brooks.
It's Dillon Brooks.
Sure, man. Like
he took 7 more field goal attempts.
Than
Booker.
Wow,
and
that's good.
And only outscored him by 3.
Yeah, I mean, 5 of 10 from 3 though is pretty good.
5 of 10 from 3 is good. So I guess
his 3-5 less free throws. Yeah, if he just shot threes, it'd be a pretty solid night.
Yeah, which was honestly the thing for him last year when he was on the Rockets, where we're like, dude, you're having like a 40% season from 3-point line. Just hang out there.
Yeah.
Stop dribbling.
Do whatever you want over there.
And then you would hit this weird little fadeaway that would go in every time. I'm like, all right, I'm sorry.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. But Book did have like 7 assists, so maybe that's why. Again,
he's trying to play make,
haven't gotten to watch super close. But that's been that dude's got to get out of there.
He's never going to leave. He's going to be
never going to leave.
And then they're just going to randomly trade him.
And I kind of respect him for it a little
bit.
But I don't really get it. It's like he has to play point guard, which he can do just fine. But the best thing for the team is probably that he's the primary scorer.
Yeah.
So
should be, or secondary scorer. Yeah.
Well, of course, until Jalen Green comes in and takes over that role.
Where is Jalen Green? I don't know.
His Iron Man gimmick finally betrayed him, and he's had it's a leg injury.
Oh,
it's like a hammy or a quad, one of the big ones, one of the big muscles in your leg you don't want to hurt. So, and one of his whole things is athleticism.
Sure,
and you don't usually want to hurt the muscles that make you run fast. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's tough. But yeah, the Clips, they're old, and that's kind of what it is. Like, the last really old team to win the NBA championship is very funny because it's the 2011 Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
They were the oldest roster in the NBA and they won the championship. That's like the last time that any old roster's done anything because no one's healthy. No one can ever stay healthy. Like, the Mavs got lucky for one season where Jason Kidd and Tyson Chandler and all these people just didn't fall apart.
Yeah, well, and maybe now more than ever, it's a league that really goes against all the things that happen whenever you get old. You can't jump as high, can't run as fast, can't run as long, can't play as many games. And so if it's affecting them now, 3-4 months from now, right as we're like getting to the All-Star break, it might start looking pretty dark.
Yeah, might be bad. You know what's not dark? Well, kind of dark for us, but not dark for a certain fan base.
Oh,
Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
He's a problem. He's a real problem. We talked about it with Drew. Me and Drew did after the Mavs Spurs game. And then he had another almost triple-double with blocks the other night. So,
yeah.
Josh did say he chose Victor Wembanyama in his preseason pick for MVP.
He did.
Through 2 games, he's right. There's 80 more to go.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, as the Spurs fans and even some Spurs reporters, maybe not actually Spurs reporters, I don't know, that's what their names are, have started to get off the takes about who's the best team in Texas and stuff. I will say, no offense, they have played the Mavs, who look dysfunctional so far, and the Pelicans, who, when Zion is good, they're good. But they are the Pelicans, and it's always kind of a huge question mark whether or not what we're seeing is real.
And the Pelicans aren't even good when Zion's there, healthy and good. It's Zion is good, and the Pelicans are there on the court with him.
He can overcome their problems for stretches.
He does everything for them. So yes, they're not like the Mavs. I've already flipped my mindset from this year, from like expectations of making the playoffs to sitting here like, get Cooper Flag the ball so I can enjoy. So I can just watch Cooper Flag play basketball. And wait till Kyrie comes back, and then I can enjoy watching one of my favorite players play basketball with one of my new favorite players in Cooper Flag. Like, I'm just gonna have fun doing that. So, but yeah, Wemby is really good at the whole basketball thing, the Monks thing. We talked about it.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Wemby good.
Wemby's really good at basketball. Did you see that Monks built a giant, like, I don't know what you call it, cathedral headquarters thing in Utah, like in the middle of Utah?
No.
I was like,
What
he's going to move the Spurs. He's going to move the Spurs because they're talking about moving in San Antonio. Maybe he's moving them to Utah and go play in that cathedral with the Monks. Superpowers.
Is that Danny Ainge's long game to get Wemby on the Jazz?
Hanging out with Monks in Utah? It might be.
Is this like an all-time high in Western society for Monks? Like, is this the most
Has to
shine
be,
that they've
right?
gotten in a long time?
When was the last time Monks got shine in this hemisphere?
I'm a dumb, ignorant white man, so there's
Same.
probably something I'd be overlooking.
One of my favorite wines I've ever tried was
So-
in a monk's cathedral from the 1500s in Spain.
Would that be a monastery?
Monastery. There we go. That's
Or is
the
that
word.
only for like Catholic monks? I feel like we're really
I don't know.
like toeing the line of making ourselves look incredibly stupid.
I don't know, but the wine was really good. I had a great time. Just great wine. Descalvos Viejos from Spain. It's a good time.
Spain in Europe, also in Europe, France, where Wemby is from.
Anti-France over here.
Yeah,
It's
man.
3 years running.
The dude looks good. Obviously, he would look good. It is nice that he's healthy.
Yeah.
And it looks like there aren't a lot of repercussions currently from the deep vein thrombosis that he experienced, because that could be really scary. So, yeah, the league is good when the good, fun, young players are healthy and good and fun. And so, even if it hurts me as a Rockets fan personally,
Yep.
it is pretty sick to know that he's out there making some noise.
Yeah, if he didn't have to play my team on the first night, I would have enjoyed that a lot more. But I'm sitting
Yeah.
there just like mouth agape the entire game. Just like, I don't know what's going on with my team on one side of it. And then the other side, I'm just like, what the fuck is this guy doing the whole time? It's just discombobulating. The one thing I have with Wemby is like, can we get him some new shoes, Nike? Because it looks like he's wearing like Hoka running shoes with the amount of foam that's underneath it.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. And it's just too much foam for basketball. Too much.
It is a lot of foam. They do kind of have
tall.
like a running shoes.
He's got lifts in and he's
Aesthetic.
already 7'6". Like, what are we doing here?
It does feel like because of how tall and skinny he is, that he should be wearing like the Back to the Future shoes
Just wear Converse
that go like up to your calf. Yeah, just do you remember those like super like emo gothic Converse that people would get that like went all the way up to your knee?
Yeah.
And you'd
With
have
the
to like
laces
zip them
all
up
the way
back.
up.
Yeah. He should get some of those.
Yeah, that'd be cooked. Speaking of Converse, this isn't written down on our show notes. Did you see the Ant-Man Adidas commercial about Shea and Ant?
Yes, where they're like, no one's buying his shoes or something like that.
The game left you behind in the 80s or whatever. Yeah. Talking about Converse. Yeah. I thought shoe brand beef is back, baby. I'm in.
Yeah, I guess so. It is really funny to go after the far and away best guard
Yeah.
in the association. Yeah,
But
far
going
and
after
away is
Converse,
tough stretch.
warranted.
Yeah, I mean, they did hitch their wagon to the right guy.
Elite.
Converse. And Adidas, we'll see.
Maybe not the right person, but the right basketball player.
You're right.
Right
You're right.
basketball player.
And the shoes are sick.
Shoes great. All the Adidas teams in college wear them too. It's a good look. I enjoy it.
Also, I appreciate that. I guess they showed you the Ant. These are just the twos, right?
Yeah.
They showed you them in the thing with Ant and his buddy, I guess, wearing them. I appreciate that it's not like a huge derivative from the ones.
Yeah, because
I hate when they just like massively redo it. Like that's what the Hardens have done really well. So maybe it's just an Adidas thing. Is they've just kind of evolved over time instead of making like huge changes.
Yeah, I feel like Dames were kind of similar the whole way through as well.
Agreed. Yeah, Dames are like that.
All right, that's shoe talk. Luka Doncic.
Luka's still good too. I guess our overreactions is that the players that everyone said would be really good going into the season are in fact really good.
Or on the other side, where they thought that he was too fat and out of shape and the Lakers suck, Luka's not going to be good. Then you can have the overreaction this way.
I did not feel that way, so maybe this is why
either.
I'm feeling it differently. I was just like, when the dude play, it's not even like about his weight. It's just like when he's on the court, he's good.
Turns out pretty good.
Yeah. And I guess last year it was like his bad was still better than most
It
players
was
in
still
the
like
NBA.
24, 8, and 8.
So it's like, yeah, coming off of the injury, he couldn't overcome whatever problems the Lakers had.
Sure.
Like every other player in the association wouldn't be able to do.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, and he does actually look a little skinnier. So good for
Well,
him.
actually, yeah, no, he looks a lot thinner. It's just the Lakers yellow that still makes him look slightly larger.
It does not have a very thinning effect.
It's not a good, like, yellow's not a great color for us white boys.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
like horizontal stripes.
Yeah, it's tough. Makes him look whiter. Yeah. Luka, pretty good at basketball. Like, he put up good numbers in the first game. Obviously, Lakers lose. They got blown out. Second game, Luka does again, and he's doing all the Luka things, the step backs, the stop and goes, the slow to fast, fast to slow, whatever he calls in Slovenian. Like, he's just still really good at basketball, and it's kind of just still unfathomable that Nico Harrison traded this guy for.
Yeah, man. I just feel
Anthony
like
Davis.
I was at a dinner last night with a buddy who was telling me we were talking about games that he got to watch. He was like, "Yeah, I flipped on the Mavs game for a little while. Got to hate watch the fourth quarter."
Yeah.
he's a Mavs fan. I was like, "Okay, yeah." And then he's like, "And then I got to put on I like hopped in the Lakers game in the second quarter, and that was a blast. I got to watch." It's like, oh man, it's just like dark. It'll never go away.
No, it won't. Because, like, Kyrie Irving was one of my favorite players to watch just because the way he plays basketball. Very fun to watch. So I'd always tune into the Cavs games. Then I reluctantly would turn into Boston games when he was there. Didn't really tune into the Nets stuff because had a lot of things there. 2019 I did. And then after that, I was like, maybe not, for a while there. And then
they were never really healthy, like all at the same
they
time.
had 16 games together with the Harden.
And then all the COVID stuff just kind of muddied the waters. And
yeah. So then that kind of happened. And then he's on the Mavs. And I'm like, yeah, I get to watch Kyrie all the time. So I just enjoyed watching Kyrie play basketball. I'm going to do that with Luka now. And it's not because, like, I miss Luka and all this kind of stuff. Like, I just thoroughly enjoy watching Luka play basketball. So I'm just going to keep watching him and hope he has fun out there,
Yeah.
Academy.
What's that like? I feel similarly, but kind of, I guess, the opposite experience where obviously I'm not like rooting for the Lakers all the time or whatever. I have no like major beef with them. And I've always kind of passively rooted for LeBron when he was in the East, just because the greatness of it all. But Luka being on the Mavs is like, I can't root for this guy.
It's
like,
tough.
of course I can like sit back and appreciate it as a basketball fan, but it's like, I can't root for him.
Right.
And so it's like, not preying on his downfall in a basketball way. No injuries, whatever. But
I hope his team stinks so bad, but he puts up 45-99.
It's like even better if he's incredible and they lose.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm rooting for in the actual sense of it. But I want Luka to just ball out the whole time because it's more fun that way.
But now that he's on the Lakers, I could just do it guilt-free. Just be like, yeah, dude, score 100 points. I don't care.
Do whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for Luka. LeBron wearing Bryce's Arizona jersey. Everyone thought that was really cool. I saw that the other night. Yeah. It was just underneath his clothes. You couldn't even tell that it was Bryce James's jersey. So someone found out that it was. But whatever.
Weird to not have it on display. Hey, wait, you have a thing here about I guess we can wait to get to that, but
no, we can
scoring. Yeah.
Yeah. So SGA had 55 in game 2. He had 40 whatever in game 1. They played 2 double OT games, which we're going to talk about in a sec. But so an extra 20 minutes of basketball was played, and I don't think he came off the court for either of those.
I don't think so either.
So it's an extra 20 minutes. It's like more than a half, like whatever. Did he have the record for most points in the first 2 games of the season since like the merger or something like that? I don't know. Something along the lines of that is SGA has that record. And then Luka, right after that double OT game, goes on and scores 49 and just takes the record right back. It's just like, no, actually, this is mine. Yeah. So, good for Luka.
That's
always
good
just messing with SGA.
I was about to say that's good for their fandom beefs.
Yeah, it's good. Keep the stands going on Twitter. As long as I'm not a part of it, I'll have fun that way. Last thing of week 1 overreactions. Are the 76ers most fun team? Some are saying that's what you're saying.
They
might be. They might just be.
they might be. I guess this is really selfish, or really it's just for me and Josh. Or was it you and me that said they were our league pass teams? I don't remember.
Yeah, because we just want to watch the guards.
Yeah. And so far the guards look pretty freaking sick.
Pretty fun.
So
a lot of fun.
Pretty fun. Like Maxey, I watched all the Maxey highlights and tried to grind a little tape before we got in here because I've had to mostly box score watch VJ Edgecombe's just like insane start to his rookie campaign. Maxey just looks incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm
Really
kicking myself every single season that he's been healthy, that Raphael Stone, not you,
yep.
was not able to pry Maxey from Maury's hands during that first Harden trade. Could you imagine if I'd spent this whole time hoping that Tyrese Maxey would work out on my team instead of Jalen Green? Like, can you just put yourself in my shoes?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, that's tough. And you know what the worst part is? Is that the Dallas Mavericks decided to draft Josh Green, known Mavs legend.
Yeah.
3 picks before Tyrese Maxey.
Isn't there a pretty long laundry list of guys that the Mavs picked?
Yeah, SGA's in there, like
instead of, or they picked Josh Green over.
Oh, I mean, we can look. We got Maxey, Emmanuel Quickly, Peyton Pritchard, Jaden McDaniels, Desmond Bain. That's all just round 1 right there. Yeah, that Xavier Tillman's in here. Yeah, no,
that's a wash to me.
Trey Jones, like whatever.
Nah, it's a wash.
Yeah. Isaiah Joe, second round.
Okay.
Pick.
Fine role player.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Have you watched Starting 5 yet?
Not all the way through yet, but I am enjoying it, and I hate how much SGA sounds exactly like Drake.
Oh,
when he speaks,
like the cadence or what?
The cadence, and then they are both from Toronto, so they have the accent. That's exactly the same. Like everything, all I can think about is Drake when SGA starts speaking.
Okay, what has happened for me? I brought it up just because you said Isaiah Joe, and it reminded me when he brought the gummy bears to the yard sale or whatever, and it's just like kind of funny because that's exactly how I live my life, just showing up to places with a big old bag of candy I shouldn't have bought.
Sure.
The show, I guess while we're sort of talking about SGA, he kind of came up. The show always makes me like all the guys that are on it more than I thought I would or did.
To watch them. Yeah.
Like I went in thinking SGA's got this whole corny bit. I've kind of just grown to have like a disdain, not a disdain for him or whatever, but it's just, I guess it's the same thing that happens every time a player just like explodes into superstardom and people start to turn on them. I feel that as another team in the West, whatever. I just kind of like him. It feels like I think it's the same thing with Tatum. I remember last year you were watching Tatum, or last season, and you were like, this guy stinks. He's so corny. I can't stand him. And I was like, oh, it's kind of endearing to me. Like
it started the year before, like well before the Mavs and Celtics made it to the final. It was like all-star break. And I think I was talking to Josh about it, and I was just like, I'm over the guy. He's like my least favorite Duke player because I love watching Duke. I've always loved watching Duke. And I was like, him and Brandon Ingram, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but they were at Duke, and I was like, I don't like the cut of this guy's jib, both of them. And ever since then, I was just kind of anti those two guys. So that was kind of the issue. But
yeah, but I'm watching Tatum after he quotes all these people in interviews and stuff like that. I'm watching him on the show, and I'm like, but it feels like it's kind of like who he is.
No, and then I watched Starting 5 last season. I was like, I kind of like Jason Tatum.
I know, but that's what I'm saying for SGA is like, and the way he defended himself on the show about Draymond calling out their post-game interviews, which is even very funny to be reminded of, because I don't know if you remember Draymond is like, they're not ready to win a championship because they're not serious, because they're joking around in these post games. I'm like, what a stupid, just benign issue.
College kids is what he said.
Yeah, it's like, who cares? Obviously not a baseball guy. He doesn't know that the props and the gimmicks definitely work in baseball.
Clubhouse matters.
Yeah, clubhouse matters. It turns out enjoying your teammates is an important part of winning a team sport. Anyway, SGA basically being like, we're having fun, that it's like, it's all real. We're friends with each other. If you don't like that, I won't say what I want to say. I respect that.
Yeah. And I can respect it and still hate the guy.
Sure.
That's where I'm at. Because that's what's happened is like, I loved SGA coming into the draft when he got drafted by the Clippers. Loved him. I was like, he needs to go top 5. Like, I need him on the Mavs. Dennis Smith Jr. gets drafted there. Like, whatever. Yeah. terrible. But like SGA, I was a big proponent for him, watching him in SEC play and everything. I was like, love SGA. And then he goes like late in the lottery. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, this guy might be the best in the draft. Turns out, might have been right there. Never wrong this early.
Yeah, I mean,
and then he goes to the Clippers. He has a good season. They go to playoffs or whatever. And then he gets traded to OKC. And I'm just like, I don't want him to be in OKC because I just hate OKC. Just being a Mavericks fan, you're supposed to hate them. Whatever. Then I still liked them. And then
Chris Paul's it goes that far back.
Yeah, and then
because the 2010
they were really
and
bad,
stuff like that,
and then like Chris Paul's there, they're still bad, and I'm like, I still like SGA, and then they started getting better, and I was like, yeah, fuck this guy.
Yeah, my SGA journey was weird because I really liked him on that Clippers team, like you said. That was a fun team. They took the Warriors to 7 games. And he was like obviously one of the most important players of that little mini run that they went on. And then he was kind of an afterthought on that Thunder team that first year that he was there, because they would run that 3-guard lineup with Chris Paul and Schroeder and then him. And it was like so much deference, whatever you say it, to CP3, which makes total sense, but then Schroeder, which is weird. But it worked for them. Funny. And I remember in the Rockets OKC series, he's just like not an important player in that series at all. And so I was like, all right, maybe I was just like totally wrong about him. And then here we are, and the guy freaking rules. So good for him.
I was also like incredibly high on Malik Monk, which didn't really amount to much. So like I can be there, but like,
well, never wrong, just early.
SGA.
He just needed to make his way to the Kings.
Yeah. But I loved SGA coming in the draft. But yeah, starting 5 has been really good. I haven't finished it yet. It makes me like Tyrese Haliburton even more, which is very funny because Tyrese and SGA are like wildly similar.
They are.
Maybe Tyrese is the louder version of SGA.
Yeah. They have different kind of personas, but they do similar. I know what you mean. They have like different vibes, but they do similar things.
They have the corniness factor attached to them.
But it's genuine. I think that's the thing
they're exactly who they are, and I love that.
It's corny if it's contrived. Like love him as the basketball player, but like LeBron, where he's trying to manufacture all these moments and things. But if that's just who you are, sick.
Yeah, LeBron is a different one because he's been famous since he was like 14.
Yeah, I'll cut him some slack. Yeah,
it's like they always say that your brain stops developing whenever you get famous at a certain age, like younger in your development or whatever. So like you're just kind of like stuck in your age or whatever. But neither here nor there. Sixers are fun. OKC, whatever. 2 overtime games in a row, back to back. It's been a fun season to kick it off. But you know what else has been really fun, Sheldon?
Tell me.
Underdog Fantasy. I've been winning money on every single NBA pick that I picked so far in the first week of the season. Sick. Every single NBA pick I've picked has gone through. Use the promo code GRAVITY, like zero gravity, when you sign up with Underdog. Play your first $5, get to $100 matched in bonus funds. So if you put in 5, they're going to give you $100 on Underdog Fantasy using the code GRAVITY. It's time to win some money during the NBA season. I've won a bunch. I put in a couple of picks for today. Not too many, just a couple. Sprinkle in on the Stars, sprinkle in on the Mavs, sprinkle in on the NFL because it's NFL Sunday when we're recording this. So go win some money with Underdog Fantasy. Download the app today and use the code GRAVITY and score $100 in bonus funds and bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code GRAVITY. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older. 19 or older in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 or older in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPEline at 1-877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY 467-369. That's Underdog Fantasy using promo code GRAVITY when you play your first $5. Get $100 in bonus funds when you play your first 5 using promo code GRAVITY with Underdog Fantasy. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. How'd you like that? That was pretty good, huh?
That was pretty good. Do you listen? There's a fantasy football podcast I listen to. No free ads.
Sure.
There's one guy on the show that always does the ad read for the daily fantasy and stuff like that. So when he's reading the disclaimer, he's just like a machine at this point. And another member of the cast read it because the guy's voice cracked. It was like a whole joke. It's the Ringer Fantasy Football Show. Those guys rule.
Sure.
They're hilarious. But anyway, Craig, the other guy on the show, was like, I'll finish it for you. And so he read the rest of the ad, got to the disclaimer, and did it like flawless. And the guy who usually reads it is like, I won't lie, man, I was rooting against you.
It's tough. It's hard out there. That was my best one.
Yeah, you killed it, man.
That was my best one that I've done, and I do this on 3 different podcasts. So it's taken some practice, taken a few weeks. But we haven't once mentioned the scandal that happened last week, and I feel like we'd be remiss not to talk about it because we have a little bit more info than we did when we first recorded.
Yeah, you and Drew talked about it a little bit, right?
Me and Drew talked about it because we just didn't have any information. We just knew
like as it broke.
Right. They got arrested, and an hour later we were jumping on the pod. So we didn't know anything yet. We haven't read the indictment and all that kind of stuff. So basically what we learned is that Chauncey Billups is not named in the gambling one, but it's a player that played from 1997 to 2014, played point guard and all these kinds of, like, is directly pointing at Chauncey Billups without his name being named in there as someone that's giving insider information to gambling, illegal gambling rings, whatever, about the Portland Trailblazers tanking for basically the rest of the season. Which then you go back and look at the box scores and you see that every single good player that they have is just not playing anymore. It's all G League guys. It's all guys that haven't played all season for basically the rest of the season, starting with a certain game in March or whatever. Sick. So you see that Damon Jones is getting information that LeBron wasn't playing, allegedly from LeBron against the Bucks back in 2023. You look at the box score, LeBron didn't play. There's a bunch of bets there, whatever. Terry Rozier, we already know about. He's been investigated for the last 3 years. Whatever. We know about that. And then the poker thing is getting strange. It's like mafia, capital M mafia poker led games that are fixed, where they have the shufflers, like fixed shufflers, and then they have x-ray vision glasses and contact lenses and all this crazy shit that Chauncey Billups is allegedly involved with. Kevin Garnett was allegedly there.
The x-ray stuff is crazy.
Tyronn Lue is now allegedly had been at one of those games in 2019.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's getting kind of crazy. It's getting a little bit crazier. So we've gotten more information about it, and I just wanted to hear your take on it because you've already heard my take.
Yeah. I think every time I watch a movie with the mafia in it, I'm like, that's not real.
Turns out.
You know, like I'm not like sitting there actually saying it, but I'm just like, that's not real. What a fun little story to tell. And then it's like, well, turns out.
It might be.
Are you an Office guy? You like The Office?
Yeah, I watch The Office.
One of the all-time episodes is the stress relief one, where Dwight sets off the fire alarm, and then they have to do the CPR training because Stanley has a heart attack, stuff like that. And Dwight famously cuts the face off of the CPR dummy because he's harvesting its organs, and he does the Silence of the Lambs thing, puts it over his face, and he's just like, wow, that was pretty good. I don't know if you've seen Silence of the Lambs, but
no, I haven't.
That's pretty good. That's good. And in the talking head, Dwight goes, I didn't think it was very realistic. Turns out it's very realistic. And that's the
mafia.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the mafia. So that's crazy. Man, the first thing I thought of was like a safety thing. Like, are players and coaches like in danger? Because again, obviously I don't know that much about the mafia. So in my head, instantly it's like The Sopranos are real. The Godfather is real. Everything that's just like at any moment, any guy could get offed. That's real. Also high profile. So
it'd be a lot harder.
Yeah. I'm just kind of freaking out a little bit, but not really. Honestly, I haven't thought about it that much since that first day, whenever I was kind of like, oh, okay. So the x-ray stuff is some real that's some movie stuff to me.
Yeah, that's like Now crazy. You See Me.
I guess my take is oh, how naive I was. That's my take.
Yeah, because I was like, gambling is a part of the NBA culture, because we hear about every single vet or whoever, they're on the team planes and they're gambling, they're playing poker or whatever, they're spades, like they're playing every game and they're like, all right, throwing 10K.
Like recreationally, yeah.
And then you got guys that are throwing 100K, like the Gilbert Arenas stuff on the plane. That's why they brought guns. Like, it's a whole thing. Like,
so crazy, dude.
Insane. But yeah, it was just like, I haven't heard anything about the mafia since 2020. I was flying home from an interview at Barstool Sports. Did not get it, turns out. But I was at LaGuardia and I was looking at my phone, and there's like on the TV, and there's like one of the main family bosses got arrested or killed outside of his home like that day in New York. And I was like, oh shit, we got the Gabagool family, whatever it was. Like, I was like, oh man, this is crazy. And then since then, I haven't heard anything about the Mafia until this time. And then my favorite part about it was, did you listen to Bill and House talk about it? Which was very funny that Bill Simmons only brought House on to talk about this.
I think I missed it. Yeah.
It was Friday's episode, and they basically brushed that off. And at the end of the whole segment where they're reading off the names of everyone that are involved, and it's all nicknames, like Mafia nicknames and stuff, which was also very funny that Bill and House were reading them off. But
incredible.
At the very end, Bill just goes, I don't think this is the biggest problem that the NBA has. I think it's the schedule, man. They play too many games. And I was just like, what are we talking about here, bro? Like, he's talking about a literal gambling epidemic that's happening in the NBA, where people are giving insider information about who and who's not playing in a NBA game and giving that to sports books or whoever, and placing bets through those people, or telling them, I'll take a little bit off the top. And Bill's like, they just play too many games, man. 82 is just too many.
I guess maybe he feels like if you're not playing as many games, you're at a lower risk of injury. And so you have less incentives to try and make money elsewhere, because maybe you feel more confident that you're going to get that second or third contract. What an unbelievably stupid take.
The spin zone doctor's back, baby.
Obviously, it is the biggest problem that the NBA is facing. Even just from PR, even if it's not actually like this deeply seated league-wide issue or whatever, just public relations, just like what people are going to think and say about the league.
And he didn't even like mention that Adam Silver and the NBA like investigated Terry Rozier for 3 months or whatever, and was like,
what did you miss?
And then just was like, you're good to go and play this season. And then like right before night one for the Heat, he gets arrested. Like, the FBI's apparently been investigating for 3 years now, since 2023. Like, when that happens, like, and apparently he only made $200,000 off of that,
which is crazy.
So like, if you're gonna do it, you better do it big, then, as Jameis Winston once said, the prophet of Jameis Winston back in 2013. But like, what are we doing? $200K for a $100 million man?
Yeah, and now he's being Congress is, I don't know, subpoenaing something like that. But it's like, how does Jonte Porter, who I guess now is sort of connected to this or something like that.
He was a part of
the gambling.
With Rozier, and there's a lot of things going on.
He gets a lifetime ban based on their investigations.
Yeah.
And Terry Rozier's just like suiting up for Pat Riley again right before.
Well, the craziest thing is right now, as of right now, the Heat are still on the books for $26 million this year with Terry Rozier. They haven't cleared that. They still have to pay him.
Leave or anything. Yeah,
he's on administrative leave, but he still has to get paid.
Yeah,
based on whatever the CBA is, which
I'll
is very
say
funny.
Like, that's good on the players union, just because you want to cover a wide swath of like accusations and stuff like that. Innocent until proven guilty.
Sure,
all those things. If the FBI is knocking on your door
and arresting you,
now, granted, they don't have the cleanest record in our country.
No,
they don't. So I get if people want to be skeptical about it.
Sure. Yeah.
But also, I mean, particularly going after people of color, in the mid 20th century and stuff like that. So I understand if there's some like skepticism or just like, oh, why is it? I don't know. That to say,
if you just watch that game, though,
crazy.
If you
the fact that he like faked the foot injury to not go back in,
so
they could take the unders.
So that was the fakes the foot injury, and then he doesn't play the rest of the season based on the foot injury.
Weird.
No, because the NBA started investigating him, because DraftKings or whoever flagged it immediately, gets in touch with Adam Silver or whoever's in charge of this with the NBA. Then Adam Silver has to get involved because he's the fucking commissioner of the NBA. You should probably know this. They do a full investigation. They tell Terry, you're hurt. It's your foot injury. We'll put it on the injury report. You're hurt. So this just makes me think Michael Jordan, when he left the NBA for a year and a half or however long it was, same thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Same fucking thing, but it was David Stern's, and it was much easier for him to do it than it was for Adam Silver to do it, because Adam Silver got caught immediately a year and a half later.
I did see someone post a picture of him and the whatever they are, the Barons, that minor league team, and they're like, back in my day, you would just sit out of season. You would just go play baseball for
Alabama. Yeah. No, that's
incredible.
Good. So yeah, that's that, and we'll probably have to keep talking about it, unfortunately, but at least we got to talk real ball for 35 minutes before we started talking about that. Early trade candidates. We're 2-3 games in, so let's just get people off of teams because we need to.
Yeah. Everyone's got to. This is what social media is for.
This is NBA.
For the sake of, I think our next thing, talking about these rookies, is a little more exciting. So
for
maybe
sure.
we can just talk about our teams.
Okay.
Since, Mavs and Rockets, I've already cooked up a Tari Eason for Jared McCain trade. That's never going to happen, but I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. No disrespect to Tari. I love you, and you've been one of my favorite Rockets. But if we can take a little bit out of that wing depth to get a guard who can dribble and shoot, I might be a little excited.
Yeah, I'll have to fight you for Jared McCain because 1, that's my guy. 2, Daniel Gafford, Jared McCain. I'll give you a first-round pick with it. Embiid's only playing 20 minutes.
You can have one of the Suns picks.
You need like 28. You need like 28 minutes from somebody else in the center position. Daniel Gafford's got you. He'll do it all day long. He'll be really fun with those guards too. Maxey, VJ with Daniel Gafford. That'd be pretty fun.
I just feel like
all the lobs
is going to want Tari Eason more. Now he's going to have to pay Tari a lot of money if he wants to keep him. So that's
Gafford's cheap, under $60 million. Already signed the extension.
Yeah, but sticking with the Sixers, Quentin Grimes though.
Yeah, it might be just good.
Much more realistic. Yeah, it turns out whenever a guy just goes scorched earth for like the last month and a half of the season, some of those guys end up just being good.
And Quentin Grimes was always like fine. I never hated Quentin Grimes, and then he got to the Mavs and he was just buried on the depth chart for no reason from Jason.
Well, he had back-to-back things, right? Because didn't he go to the Mavs from the Knicks?
Yeah,
or do I have that backwards?
And he was on the Knicks, and Tom Thibodeau buried him.
He didn't like him. It was weird.
Which was very strange because he was like, you know who I'm going to play? And I like Deuce McBride, but Grimes is the better version of what Deuce McBride does.
Yeah.
For the most part.
For sure. Especially at that point in his career a few years ago.
He was already there. He's already doing it better. So then it goes to the Mavs. Jason Kidd, for whatever reason, just was like, yeah, I like Josh Green more than I like you. Same player, but Grimes was significantly better at everything that Josh Green did. So
that is like an unpardonable sin. That is crazy.
Yeah, and then obviously you trade Josh Green and for Grant Williams or PJ. You get PJ, and then
you get PJ. That's good.
Yeah, so we got PJ out of it, and then Grimes is just sitting there, just like, so when am I going to play? And he just Dante Exum. He's in. He's the ball handler this time. Dante Exum's like dead half the time. I don't know. But yeah, the Sixers are really fun, and the problem is now is that like Maxey and Edgecombe are actually just like incredibly elite. So do you need McCain and Grimes, or do you just need 3 of them?
Yeah.
Because the thing is like you're not going to want to pay Grimes $40 million or $30 million, whatever he was asking this offseason. I think it was 30. And they were like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. And then he settled for 8.
I get that.
Which I understand why you're not giving him 30. But like if Grimes just does this for another season, like is he going to get 25 on the open market? And he's an unrestricted free agent, so you just lose him?
Yeah, and Embiid's not getting any younger. So eventually he's going to be off their books. So, yeah, I mean, 4 pretty good to really good guards. That's tough to keep everyone happy. But 3 really good to pretty good guards, that feels very manageable. And so Sixers could really do a lot for themselves by getting rid of one of those guys. And they could do a lot for me personally. So I'd be happy about it.
I think it's just you're kind of rolling out 2 guards of the same likes both times. Like if you take your starters out and you're putting in the backup guards, you're getting basically the same kind of thing, maybe at a little less level of what Maxey gives you. But like 85% of that, 80% of that.
Yeah. And then on any given night, he can match it,
Right. And then the problem is with that is like, are they just going to get used to that, the defense on the other team? And are they going to be able to stop it more so when they come off, and they're going to be able to stop the backups more than they're going to be able to stop Maxey? I don't know if it works. I don't know. I'm not a coach, I'm not a GM.
Yeah.
But if I'm a GM, I'm trading Gafford and whatever else it takes to get Jared McCain here, because I would love Jared McCain in Dallas.
I'm sure you would.
Just get the Duke boys all together. McCain, Flag, Lively. Just play all those guys.
Yeah, just
and Kyrie.
Speaking of Lively, I feel like I can say this because I'm in the same camp. Lively is officially on Hairline Watch.
Oh yeah, he's been on Hairline Watch, but the other night was really bad.
No, yeah, we're putting out we've got an airplane flying through the sky with the banner following it. It's we're officially in that territory.
Also, speaking of Lively, is that like one of the best 3-man lineups in the NBA over the first 2 games? 3 guys. Take a guess who they are on the Mavs. They're like top 4.
Let's go. Okay, I feel like since I need to guess, it's flag PJ Lively.
Yeah. Yeah, what are we doing?
I mean, yeah, that just makes sense.
It's just so easy. What are we doing? Just play them. Just play them.
Well, you can't because you traded the best, probably the most skilled player your team has ever had for.
Hear me out.
Another guy you have to play.
We trade Gafford, we get McCain. All right. So hear me out. Then you're forced to do Cooper, PJ, center, AD.
Okay.
Start the first 4 minutes with AD. You take him out. You put Lively in for the next 6.
Sure.
And then you leave Cooper and PJ in. So they play the first 10 minutes of the game. And then after that, AD can come in and run the show for 6 minutes until they come back in the second quarter. I fixed it. And it's probably not going to work, and it doesn't matter. But yeah, there's too many centers, and there's not at the same time. Like AD is a center, and that's the issue, is that we keep trying to force the two bigs thing, and it's not working because it doesn't work on defense, one, which we thought it was going to. It's not. And now they're bad on offense. NBA. Yeah, it's bad. So whatever. Trade AD. Give me Giannis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no big deal.
Every pick that you have for the next century, just give them an AD for Giannis.
Which is like 2 picks for the Mavs at this point. But
we have a Lakers pick. People forget 2031.
Oh, hey, there you go. That's right. You made sure you got that in the deal.
I think we can trade 3 or 4 picks right now. Can we do AD in 3 picks? Is that feasible?
I mean, I would do that in a heartbeat if I'm the Mavs, but
yeah, if we're the Mavs, that's easy. But
yeah, but I don't know why the Bucks are doing that. I would want a much younger player.
Yeah, for sure. But we already know that Giannis asked out,
so victory lap.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep taking it every episode I can.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about these rookies, dude. They're sick.
Rookie class is incredible. VJ Edgecombe, we did just mention the Sixers and how good their guard room is. Having 34 points in your rookie debut, which is the most since Wilt Chamberlain.
Whoa. He's pretty good.
Turns out, great pick for the Sixers, because we were like, man, they got the 3rd pick. Like, maybe VJ turns into something. His finishing's not good, but maybe if he can fix that, he could be really good. He's been really good at finishing. Turns out he can dunk the shit out of the ball.
It's really my fun. Absolute favorite thing about players who like look awesome in college. And we're like, man, I don't know if he's going to work out in the NBA. And it's like, turns out guys who can play basketball.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. Same thing with Knipple. I mean, he's not doing anything like crazy nuts, but I had a buddy text me and be like, don't think he's an NBA player. Like, this is like while he was at Duke.
No, he was the second best player.
I was like, looks pretty good to me. I don't know. So the fact that he had a big shot in their game, who'd they play? The Sixers. Oh, that's right. Yeah. He had a big shot in that game to cut it close on a little step back. It was like, man, good players end up being pretty good most of the time.
He's averaging 12.5 and 4. It's like,
that's
and
solid.
1 assist. Like, what do you expect him to do? He's not going to ever touch the ball on the Hornets.
Oh, yeah. Worst thing for him is that he has to play in that hellscape. That's just like so.
Yeah,
that just sucks.
Yeah. So, no, the rookies have been great. VJ Knipple, Trey Johnson was really good. Dylan Harper's been pretty decent. And then Cooper Flag had a pretty good game. Yeah. Great 4th quarter the other night in game 2. He had 11 points in the 4th quarter. Kind of took over, was playing defense and initiating everything on offense for the Mavs, which is a horrible sign that the 18-year-old that you just drafted that's played his 2nd NBA game is like, hey, guys, do this. Do all of these things.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, oh, yeah, I got it. And they're just taking notes. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. I did want to say Trey Johnson. So I'm a Texas fan.
You are?
So I follow Trey. I don't watch a ton of college basketball, but I kind of, I get the alerts on my phone. I tune in every now and then. I watch the games that matter. I watch them lose in the 1st or 2nd round of the tournament often.
As is tradition. Yeah.
Trey Johnson, just like anytime he touched the ball, he looked awesome. And he played with a guard who just like never passed him the ball. Like another guard who wanted to be Trey Johnson. And so he's just like always like, give me the freaking ball. And then as soon as he touches it, he just lets that thing fly. And he led the SEC in scoring, or was it more than that? Was it like the nation?
Yeah, maybe he might have. I don't remember.
Just like an insane score, an absolute bucket, and kind of creeping toward the draft. He wasn't super high on people's boards.
Right.
And then
He
once it
there.
was like time to actually make all the mock drafts and do it, he was jumping up into like the top 5, and people were like, the guy's just good.
Woo!
Like,
Yeah.
what if he's just good? And turns out the guy
just
is
good.
just freaking good. So it's fun, man. He can just shoot the lights out. He's so fun to watch for me.
Yeah, he was torching the Mavs the other night in the first half. I was like, what are we doing, man? Just guard him. Like no one was guarding him, and then when they did, it was far too late to guard him. Like he was already getting a shot up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, shooting the ball. Yeah, we're supposed
Garland's
to."
own.
Yeah,
Dallas boy.
He is a Dallas boy. So Trey Johnson's been the rookie class has just been absolutely phenomenal. Because last season we were looking at the rookie class and we're like, maybe there's like something here. And then Jared McCain has like his first 20 games. We're like, is he the best player in this draft? Like from pick 16 or whatever?
Maybe ever. I don't know.
Possibly. And then he gets hurt. And then everyone kind of just starts chugging along. And the draft class was not as bad as what we thought during the draft process or right after the draft process happened. But this draft class, we were already like, yeah, this might be really fucking good. Just the top 3 alone. And then you got like Ace Bailey down there and like all these guys that haven't done anything yet in the first 2 games. Still a lot of time to do that. Still a lot of time for these rookies to mess up as well. But I don't know. Rookie class is sick. I'm enjoying watching basketball for the first time since last February 1st. Not even since Christmas of last year. So it's been a while since I've enjoyed watching basketball.
That's tough.
I know. I was just kind of chugging along. I didn't watch basketball for like a solid month there. And I was like, all right, you know what? I got a basketball podcast I probably should watch instead of box score and Twitter. But
yeah, I
got back into it and I was like, And then the playoffs were like, fine, good as well, whatever. And then this season, I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I'm back. League pass. Turn on the Wizards game. You know, I'll watch the Wizards.
Dude, the rookies.
Josh might be right.
The rookies are so good for the league pass vibes.
Yes.
Because you got all these bad teams that at least have one player that is fun to watch.
Yeah, it's
good.
It's really good.
The Wizards might have a few young players that are fun to watch.
If CJ McCollum and Chris Middleton are just good again, they were the other night.
Keyshawn George has been really, really good to start the year.
Yeah. So. No, it's the league was in such a good place, and then literally day 2 of the NBA, the FBI is like, "Hey, watch this."
Well, you know, it's like any good drama. You need highs and lows. And the NBA is at the end of the day entertainment. And so they're just trying to give us the high highs of watching back-to-back double overtime games for the defending champions against Western Conference foe and the team that they just beat in the finals. And one of the craziest gambling and poker schemes that we have seen in our lifetime. It's at least shaping up to be.
I was so excited on Thursday morning to talk about the Wemby game in the first game, the double OT, the banner night, all of the things that happened in the first 2 days with Drew, because I haven't talked ball with Drew since last year when I saw him at a wedding. But like,
sick.
I was so excited to just sit there with Drew and talk ball and have a lot of fun. And then we wake up and they're like, hey, FBI is just arresting everyone in the NBA right now. This is insane. And me and Drew were like, I guess we can't talk ball for the first 15 minutes because we have to talk about this. So I was disappointed in that, but now it's getting more interesting and more fun to learn about the indictments and like actually reading it and everything. It's literally The Sopranos. We're just watching The Sopranos in real time, but it's with the NBA out there. So other than that, the basketball's been phenomenal. I'm excited to watch more games today. Games are just now starting here at 1 p.m. So I'm going to hop off and maybe turn off the Dolphins game because good on that. Real good on that. Watch some basketball. Watch some basketball. Rookie class has been awesome. We've got drama. We've got craziness. But the NBA's back. Shelly, you got anything else to add to the Zero Gravity episode? It's been chaotic.
Good. Let's watch some hoops.
Let's watch some hoops. Enjoy your Sunday, Monday as you're listening to this. And we'll be back on Thursday with Drew for another episode of Zero Gravity. Shout out to our sponsors, J Bar M. J Bar M Barbecue is just a couple blocks away from Toyota Center in Houston. It's the best barbecue in Texas, not just in Houston. Go check out J Bar M Barbecue today. Shout out to Zing Zang, America's #1 Bloody Mary mix. We love Zing Zang over here. Zang responsibly all season long. Shout out to Big City Wings, Houston's Wing Joint, Apollo's Wing Joint, and shout out to our new sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code GRAVITY when you sign up. Play your first $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up using the code GRAVITY with Underdog Fantasy. Basketball fans, we're back. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We got live video on Spotify now. If you want to watch us on Spotify, you can do that, as well as Apollo HOU on YouTube. Subscribe to us wherever you get pods, wherever you want to watch on YouTube at Apollo HOU. And we'll be back this week with another episode of Zero Gravity, Apollo Media's NBA podcast.